It is Louisiana's oldest city. Established as a French colonial outpost in 1714, Natchitoches, Louisiana is also the oldest permanent settlement in the Louisiana Purchase. A key trade location on the Red River before it changed its course, early French settlers traveled the El Camino Real for trade with Spanish Mexico, which at the time reached all the way to the nearby Sabine River in what is now Texas. Today, we would be following that ancient highway in search of another historic city, just 120 miles to the west. Our destination, Nacogdoches, Texas, a city with a similar name in history, linked by a common legend of an Indian chief and his two sons. Joining us on our journey as we headed west on Louisiana Highway 6 were our friends Barry and Kay Lee from New Orleans. Our first stop was to be the Louisiana-Texas border, where we were meeting up with another group of Louisiana riders. It took less than an hour to reach our rendezvous point, the Fisherman's Galley, a popular restaurant located on the Louisiana side of Toledo Bend Lake.
Hey, T.W. Mary. Hey.
Within a few minutes, our group, which now totaled 9 bikes, was headed west again, across the lake and into Texas. On the Texas side of the border, LA 6 becomes Texas Highway 21, a wonderful 2-lane highway with wide shoulders and smooth asphalt, which rolls its way west through forest and farmland, making the ride to Nacogdoches a pleasant journey on a near-perfect motorcycle riding day. Nacogdoches, Texas is similar to Natchitoches, Louisiana in many ways. Like Natchitoches, the main thoroughfare is brick paved, and the town has somewhat of an old-world feel, although not nearly as much French colonial-influenced architecture. The towns are of similar size, although Nacogdoches is a little larger. Well, in Texas, everything is bigger, right? But the most intriguing thing about these sister cities is the similarity in names, and that is where the legend comes in.
Well, there's an old legend about how Nacogdoches got its name. There was a Caddo chief Indian, had 2 sons. He sent them off in different directions, one 3 days east and one 3 days west, traveling for 3 days. One ended up in Natchitoches, Louisiana, and one ended up in Nacogdoches, Texas. Their names were Natchitoches and Nacogdoches. So that's the legend of how Nacogdoches got its name.
It's a good story, but not true. It seems the so-called legend was actually made up to help promote tourism around 1936. In reality, the similar names are probably just a difference in French and Spanish pronunciation and spelling of Nacogdoches, the name for the Caddo Indians who settled this region.
It's a fun legend. People like to hear it. It gets people interested in the real history of Nacogdoches. We are the oldest town in Texas. We're established in 1779. That's just a little fun part of history folklore that we're able to incorporate into our city.
One of the earliest skirmishes of the Texas Revolution was fought near here, known as the Fredonian Revolution. It actually predated the establishment of the Texas Republic by a number of years.
Nacogdoches has flown under 9 flags. The 3 additional ones were rebellion flags, and one of those rebellions was the Fredonia Rebellion. And for the word Fredonia means freedom seekers.
So if you're looking for a place to learn a little history, ride some great roads, and enjoy local culture, check out the El Camino from Natchitoches to Nacogdoches. And while the legend about how these two cities got their names isn't true, it certainly makes the ride a little more interesting. For LA Rider, I'm Bob Courtney.